This is the gift of being a human being, is the ability to experience yourself as truth, as love, as compassion. So depending on if you have any problems with your back or your hips or anything like this, so there's different positions in which you can sit. So ideally, you want to sit cross-legged, okay? I'm just going to show you my legs so you can see my legs just for practical purposes. So if you have issues where, for instance, your hips are not very flexible, what you could do is sit cross-legged like this and put literally the foot underneath the knee and the foot underneath the knee, because that supports the knees to be higher up, which means your hips doesn't have to be so flexible, and therefore it will be easier for you to sustain this position, okay? Another thing you can do is you can also put a pillow underneath you, as in lift yourself a little bit higher, but it just means your hips will be more in this position, which means your hips will be more open. But for some people that may be nice to have the hips open, especially if you've got very tight hips, okay? Then another thing you can do is, it's always more comfortable once you can get into this position, which is called a half lotus, where the one foot is on top. It's always more stable to sit like this than cross-legged, okay? Because this foot kind of keeps you grounded. It kind of pushes the leg down, so it actually grounds you. And once you feel comfortable in full lotus, this position, then that becomes even more like stable. Like you can sit and sleep like this and you wouldn't fall over because you're so grounded, because literally your feet are keeping you down and your root is completely open, which means you're tapped into planet Earth completely. But if you're sitting for long periods, not everybody can sit like that for long periods of time, so this is generally more comfortable. Next thing is lower back. So if you're not very straight in your lower back, wedge a pillow in. Don't sit on top of the pillow, just wedge it into the back. So kind of like a triangle, wedging it in, because that lifts just the back, the seating bones, but it tilts you kind of so your back is straight, so your back doesn't do this. So it just forces you to be a little bit more straight. But you're never meant to be like this, just so you know. If your back is like this, if it's arched, then it's not good, because then your spine the energy can't flow up the spine. So ideally you want your back to be as straight as possible.